Hey guys, how y'all doing? I'm going live in my car. I didn't realize the sun would be casting such a beam in here where you can't barely see me. See, now I'm gonna feel like I'm gonna have to drive somewhere. But anyway, this video is not gonna be too long. I wanted to talk about Young Buck's chart, namely because he is denying the allegations that he was with the gender female, basically getting head. Hey Mia, how you doing? I'm gonna have to drive somewhere else because this sunlight is messing with the light in the car. I see I got 17 viewers so far. Hey, how you doing? When you come in, hey Esperanza, how you doing? Hey Dimitri, hey Jerry, hey Nico, how you doing? I'm about to drive somewhere else because this sun is just not the business. Hold on, let me try to get out of this sun. I'm in a parking lot right now. Let's see if this works. Okay, y'all still with me? Hey Season, how you? Hey Terica, hey Leon. Happy Sunday, everybody over here in Arizona. Hey Vaughn, hey Ask, hey Beyond, how you doing? Oh, one thing before I get into this Young Buck situation, one thing I wanted to talk about was Tommy Sotomayor. Has anybody I don't be watching none of his videos because I think he is a despicable human being. Hey Adriana, how you doing? Hey Alicia, hey C Davis. But hey Sweet Brown, I'm glad everybody's joining me. Hey, now I caught some video where basically he was calling Ray Caruth a hero. He was calling Ray Caruth a hero for killing or ordering the hit on his baby mama so he could evade child support. Now I'm like, this man has sunk into a new low. And now I'm like, okay, I need to look at this man's chart. Now I probably won't do a reading about him because he is very vindictive and he might, retaliate or whatever like that if he catches wind that I am reading him. But I don't know. Once my Ace of Cups radio show gets back on board, I might do his chart. But anybody got a birthday for him? I know he's a Sagittarius and he's making my sign look bad. He is a despicable human being. Yeah, I know he's a Sag. Piece of shit. Oh, I was so mad when I found this out that he was, and I'm like, I know he's only doing it for ratings because I know he can't possibly believe that shit. December 11th, you got a year? 11, that could bring conflicts with rates. Hell yeah. I'm not surprised. 11 could be all about sowing seeds of conflict. So he's 42. So, damn, he was born the year I was born. Fuck that, man. Nah, no. I don't want him to be in my age group. No, I don't want him to be the same age as me because I was born in 75. That makes me 42. Sagittarius. Yes. And it's full of self-hate. That 11 could be race relations. It could be racism. It could be self-hate as a result of racism. Oh, 76. Okay, so I was born in 75. Okay, cool. Good. Okay. Because I was like, I don't want us to have a lot of the same placements. Hell no. Rush Limbaugh was his mentor. I'm not surprised. This man, but like I said, I don't even think that he believes his own bullshit. I think he was just saying that to basically create controversy so that he would remain relevant. And also because that's what he does. He sows seeds of hate. But I'm like, yo, he has sunk into a new low. And I hope karma is going to bite him in the ass very soon. I'm putting that out to the universe because I'm tired of this demon sowing seeds of hate. He need him and everybody that is like him because he does this thing where he attacks black women. And I don't have any tolerance for any black man that goes in on black women and like basically trashes them for no good reason. And he will take like some of the most ratchet black women, like videos of them and stuff, and basically say that all black women ain't shit, all black women da 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 da. So I'm like, he needs to be dealt with. So I'm hoping karma bites him in the ass really soon. I'm really hoping that. So yeah. So thanks for putting down his birthday because I'm gonna have to pull his chart. Exactly, it was probably his mama that hurt him. It probably goes back to his mama. So when I pull his chart, I'll be able to determine that. But yeah, that just got me fired up because I'm just like, yo, like I understand if it's your platform to be a hater and all that type of stuff, but there's a line that you shouldn't cross. And to talk about some dude that murdered his baby mama to be a hero, really, dude? Ow! This was the worst part. Because I went to the video, he had all these lowlifes basically supporting what he was saying and basically co-signing on what he was saying, which got me really alarmed and scared, because I was like, is this what this nation is turning to in terms of men? Hey, Marquise, how you doing? Yes, he's a little hurt boy on the inside. That's exactly what he is, and it shows. And he's ugly as shit. So it's like, I'm not surprised that somebody like him is basically leading the path, or leading the pack of dudes that are just spewing all this hatred against women. We're talking about Tommy Sotomayor, because he came out talking about that Ray Caruth, the one that recently was released from prison. I did a video about it. He basically is calling him a hero for killing his baby mama. Talking about, and there are some men out there that believe that a man should never be taken to court for child support. Now, I believe that I'm the type of person where I believe that, yeah, you should give your baby daddy a chance to prove himself. But if he don't want to assume responsibility for the child that he created, hell yeah, take his ass to court. Hell yeah, if you could take him to court to get that child. And I'm saying, if you've tried to work with him, I'm not about taking a child's father to court off of, from the gate. I'm like, give him a chance. Give him a chance to prove himself. If you've given him, I'm going to say, if you've given him maybe 3 chances and he still hasn't proven himself, he's still not supporting his child, he could give a fuck, then yeah, take him to court. But there are some men out there that believe, and I want to find out like what the predominant signs of these men. I would think some of them could be Aquarius, where they believe that, a woman should never be taken and guided to court for child support, all that type of stuff. And if she does, she should be dealt with and all this stuff. I'm like, what planet are y'all living on? Anyway, it's like these dudes act like they don't have mothers. It's amazing. Or like they don't have sisters, or they don't have daughters of their own and stuff. Yes, I believe he's mentally ill too. I agree. The one, get a good lawyer when you go to court. Yeah, when I was in, let me see, Aquarius or Gemini. Yeah, Virgo. I agree. It would be Virgo too. Aquarius, Gemini, because it's like the air signs. I can't really see Libra being like that, but Gemini and Aquarius, they will rationalize any type of bad behavior, the dark side ones. And then Virgo is the type where, if I can't be with the baby mama, I ain't being with none of y'all. Like they do that type of thing. It's like it's a package deal with Virgo. And then it's like if not saying all Virgo, I'm talking about the dark side of Virgos. The dark side of Virgos, if they are in bad or have bad blood with the baby mom, a lot of times they're going to take it out on the kids and be like, well, I'm not going to be in a kid's life, blah, 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 blah. And then blame it on, like, okay. This brings me to the situation with Nas. Nas is a Virgo, as we all know. And a lot of people have been feeling sorry for Nas once he came out talking about, yeah, Khalees this and Khalees that. Now, I'm like, it takes 2 to tango. And what I know about Virgo men, I know that when their butt hurt, they're going to take it out on those who are closest to them. And that could be their own children. And they could do it in an indirect way. Like, okay, I'm going to see my child on my own time when I feel like it, because she making things too difficult, or because, she wanted this way, where I'm going to play this way. I'm going to be difficult to make her situation difficult. So, yeah, I'm not totally siding with Nas on this situation. And I did a video a few months ago about it. But since I should have did an update video once he put out his, what was it, like a 5-page statement, which is so Virgo. Like, he put out like a 5-page statement talking about, like, just running down all the things that Khalees did to him and all this type of stuff, keeping him from seeing his child and all that type of stuff. First of all, as a woman, I just defend women for a minute, because there's a lot of men that use that excuse. And I don't want to make this whole live show about child support, but I got to get this off my chest. Because there's a lot of men that make this excuse like, she won't let me see my child and all this stuff, and therefore I'm not, going to pay child support, or I'm not going to take care of my child. It's a lot of times she won't let me see my child. Now, there are true cases with that, because I've seen it myself with one of my exes where he had a very difficult baby mom. But a lot of times the mom wants the father in the child's life. A lot of times she prefers father to be there and to co-parent. So a lot of times it's of the father's volition. And okay, yeah, maybe it is difficult. Maybe you do have to, maneuver and work out things and compromise and stuff. But hey, that's part of being a parent. And guess what? The child comes first. So it's like you got to put your little petty beefs aside to do what's right for that child. But there's so many men that will continue to be petty, even if it's at the expense of their own child, simply because they got to put forth a little more effort to see that child, or they got to work out some type of arrangements. And yeah, if you're not with the woman, if you're not with the baby mother, then of course you're going to have to orchestrate certain things. You're going to have to make compromises because you're not going to be able to always see your child on your time. That's not how it works. So I'm just putting it out there that sometimes these men be using all types of excuses as to why they're not taking care of their kids, why they're not seeing their kids, why they're not paying child support. But I'm just so over it, because it's like, if you really want to be in your child's life, you will make a way. And, there's a thing called court. So if your baby mama is acting stupid, take her ass to court and document everything. I'm tired of hearing these men making these excuses, because just like a woman can take a man to court, a man can take a woman to court. Now let me see what some of y'all are saying. Somebody said, I have my dad who's a pain in the ass. Why do these comments keep disappearing? But anyway, while I wait for the chat to reappear, let me get into Young Buck's chart. I'm not going to be long because I got a bunch of stuff to do. But here it is. My mom is a Virgo. I know some moms don't let the dad see the kids because the dad is too dangerous. That is true. Now, that's an exception. And they wish like crazy it was some other way. Yeah. So, yeah, that's the exception to the rule. Of course, you're not going to let some crazy baby daddy see his kids if he's a danger to the kids and you as well. But in a normal situation, when we're talking about normal people that aren't narcissists, that aren't sociopaths, or don't have this, aren't conflict oriented, most women aren't just going to shut the father out of the child's life for no reason. So that's all I'm saying. Yeah, some women can be very unreasonable. Some can basically all about, because he don't want me, I'm going to give him a difficult time. But come on now. Most women, I firmly believe, want support, want that type of help, and want the child's father to be in that child's life, because it's hard being a single mom, or where it's totally on you. And I'm not just talking about the financial part. I'm talking about the emotional aspect of raising a child too. Hey, Amina, happy Sunday. Hey, Nico. So yeah, Nico, you agree with me? Yeah, because I'm just like, Krutika said Virgo men are so dramatic with women. I hate how this chat, it keeps disappearing. How do I? Hold on. Oh, well, I guess I just gotta roll with it. All right, so let's get into this Young Buck situation. So, as we all know by now, and most of us should know, that Young Buck was caught out there with a transgender female, or I'm actually not even considering this person to be transgender, because if you were really serious about being transgender, you wouldn't be trying to expose Young Buck. So I'm coming at both of them today. I'm coming at this transgender female. I'm quote unquote transgender female. What I really feel like is basically a man in drag that's a prostitute, which is there's a difference between men that like to dress up in drag and that trick versus true transgender women. So I'm making the differentiation right now, because it seems like this person that is calling Young Buck out is not a true transgender woman in the true sense of the word, meaning like, you consider yourself a woman, so why would you expose Young Buck and say I'm a man? You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Who's with me on that? Now, where's the chat again? Do I have to press? Oh, there it is. Live chat. I just put on live chat. Okay. The one said exactly, Rabina. I agree with you. That is a drag queen. Yeah, I'm from Nashville, and the rumors have gone on for years. Yeah, that's right. He's from Memphis, isn't he? He is very talented, and hopefully he can bounce back. Yes, now the talent part speaks of that Pisces stellium that he has. So he has a nice Pisces stellium. He has his sun, Venus, and Mars in Pisces, and that contributes to his talent. He also is a 15 in terms of his birth number, and that contributes to his talent as well. 15s can be very talented. So Young Buck was born on March 15th, 1981. That makes him a 15. That breaks down to 6. Now that right there, like I said, is good for artistic expression. Exactly. Millionaire said there is no need to expose someone. If you consider yourself a woman, there should be no issue. Exactly. Sherry Love said they want to be accepted as a complete woman, but soon as they want to out a celebrity, they are trans. Yeah, and I have a problem with that. It's like, you better pick a side, because it's making you look raggedy when you do that. And people have been questioning this individual about this. Now, with a birth number 15, that 15 speaks of this situation that he got caught in. So 15s can be subject to manipulators. They can attract manipulators in their lives. I always say 15 got tricks up their sleeve. So if it's not the person that was born on the 15th, that's the manipulator that got the tricks up their sleeve. It could be someone that they deal with that got the tricks up their sleeve. So his life path number is a 28. Hey, Gary, how you doing? No, you're not late. I've only been I've been live for about 16 minutes, but I'm just getting into the Young Buck situation. So number of being a 28 makes him very easily influenced by external forces. So that can include, hey Tiffany, that can include the people that he surrounds himself with, because 28s are very much about associations. So keep that in mind, because that 28 can point to where he gets caught up as a result of his associations. Now, that 28 makes him too trusting. The key word or key phrase for 28 is trusting lamb. So it means that he needs to be less trusting of others, less trusting of his associates. And then what reinforces that life path number is his south node being at the 8th degree of Aquarius, meaning he has heavy karma dealing with his associations, also dealing with his friendships. Didn't he get caught up as a result of being part of G Unit? Did he go to jail? Please let me know. Did he go to end up going to jail off of some stuff? Because he got an aspect in his chart. Because I'm not a big follower of Young Buck. So let me know, somebody, if Young Buck had to go to jail for something, dealing with due to his associations. Now his son. Oh, again, going back to that south node, 8th degree of Aquarius, that 8 can deal with issues with his reputation, issues with his career, also where, he's afraid that the truth might come out. Hey, Ethereal, how you doing? Where the truth might come out about it, that can tarnish his reputation, or that can basically expose him as to, who he really is, that goes against his reputation. Now, south node in Aquarius, North Node in Leo. What do I always say about that? I say that is the gay lunar nodal axis. Like I was saying, I think it was Friday, where I was talking about, it doesn't necessarily mean that the person is going to be gay, but a lot of times they're going to have some type of association with the LGBTQ community. So keep that in mind, because he definitely has, so he's primed for that type of lifestyle. I'll just say that, especially with the south node being in Aquarius. So Shayla said, my ex-boyfriend was born on March 15th. Was he talented, and was he suspect? Those are the 2 questions I have for you. Yes, Krutika. See, when you got the North Node in Leo, you got the South Node in Aquarius. Aquarius is the sign of homosexuality. It's a sign of alternative lifestyles, period. So LGBTQ goes into that. So somebody with a South Node in Aquarius in the past life, hey, Latasha, they could have been, Gary said, who's Young Buck? They could have been either gay, or they could have been associated with homosexuality in some type of way. So I say all this to say that, we got 62 people in here, so can y'all get the likes up, please? I appreciate it. Thank you. So Basically, with that, he's already primed for this type of scandal. I'll say that. Now, his sun is at the 25th degree of Pisces. That 25 reinforces the Pisces energy. 25s can be rather deceptive. They can also be confused about their image, confused about their individuality, even confused about attraction, even. So that sun at the 25th degree of Pisces is very telling, and it reinforces the Pisces theme of secrecy. His sun is conjoined to the asteroid Amor, and that can represent a male lover. But it can also represent that he is very much adored in terms of the public eye as well. So I got to give him that. And you can look at it as where a lot of women like him, you know, some women consider him to be a sex symbol and all that. So the sun conjoined to Amor can point to that. But like I said, it can also point to a male lover. His sun is conjoined to Mars in Pisces, and Mars is at the 29th degree of Pisces. That 29th degree, I'm always telling y'all, that could bring conflicts, internal and external. So if it's Mars, it can point to him being conflicted about his sexual desires. Also, that 29th degree can bring conflicts with women. It can bring love triangle situations. It can bring interference from third parties that threatens your sense of security. Hey, Jules Verne, how you doing? Hey, Justin, how you doing? Venus in Aquarius, it can produce a person that is on the homosexual end, bisexual end, but not necessarily. So I don't want y'all to think just because someone has Aquarius energy that they're naturally gay. You have to look at other factors in the chart to confirm that. But that is a strong indicator. Now, going back to his sun being conjoined to Mars, that could produce a desire for men, especially men in drag, because of the Pisces influence. So men who are masquerading as women. And that sun could join to Mars, and you can add Venus in the mix because it's Venus in Pisces. That can make him very much about like he has addictive tendencies. So I'm looking at this, especially when you add the sun being conjoined to his Venus in Pisces. I'm looking at this. I'm like, he's addicted to getting hit by men. Look, let me tell you something. If y'all don't know, men got us beat in the head game, y'all. I think I told y'all this before, because just think about it. A man got a bigger mouth. He got a longer throat. When it comes to that gag reflex, it ain't as strong as it is in women. And men got them strong ass jaws. So some men love getting head from men, even though they don't consider themselves gay. I'm telling the truth. Like, this is truth, real talk. So some men, like, once they had head from a dude, man, sometimes they can't let it go. Oh, another thing, men produce more saliva than women. So the fact that a man produces more saliva than women, they be slobbing that knob like crazy. We talking about like Niagara Falls on that dick. And when you add in the strong jaw action, that type of stuff, oh my God, like a man that is just naturally like a Pisces dude. Not saying all Pisces can be turned out. I'm not saying that, but Pisces produces that fluidity. So a Pisces man or a man with Mars or Pisces can be sexually fluid. Hell yeah, Adrian, I'm for real. Some men, once they've got a taste of that male mouth on their dick, they can't let it go. They got to go back to it. Oh shoot, I'm about to oh shoot. Hold on. My phone about to die, because it's a high temperature. If I get cut off, I'm gonna have to come back alive. I'm turning on my air now. But yeah, my phone is overheating. But yeah, I see Young Buck as one of those dudes that gets off on getting that head from strong mouth men. Now, his Mars is conjoined to the fixed star sheet, and that can produce unconventional sexual desire. So it reinforces what I said. And then his Mars conjoined to sheet can also deal with extreme misfortune. So that points to his sexual proclivities getting him into trouble, getting him into unfortunate situations. Also, he has Mars and semi-square to Chiron. Look, Chiron's in Taurus, y'all. Cherry, you just mentioned Taurus. I'm about to talk about his Mars semi-square Chiron in Taurus. That's him getting that head. That's what I'm talking about. So Chiron and Taurus can deal with where you are into unusual sensations, or you're into unconventional appetite. You have unconventional appetites. And if we're talking about a man that's trying to say he's straight, then that Chiron in Taurus is semi-square to his Mars and Pisces. That basically is pointing to his Unconventional sexual appetites, namely getting head, because Taurus can deal with the mouth, deals with the tongue, the throat, all of that type of stuff. But the bottom line is the sensation that he's receiving. He can't get enough. I'm telling you. Ethereal said people be in the room would be blushing if they weren't otherwise engaged. Yeah. Now, his sun is, now remember, the Pisces influence, Mars and Pisces, conjoined to his sun, Venus in the mix. That right there is like, you could look at it as him being sexually attracted to men in drag. But it's not like he's seeking these men out. It's like, it's about the head for him. It's not really about the men themselves. It's about the head. Hey, Nicole, how you doing? Well, you could go to my website at rabina.com and just click order a reading, and then I can do your reading tonight because I got some time. It might be late night. Hey, you like my Led Zeppelin shirt? I love Led Zeppelin. They're one of my favorite rock bands. Actually, they are. Nah, it's between Tool and Led Zeppelin, but they're my favorite rock band of back in the day. He got Sun conjoined to Mars, square Neptune. That reinforces what I'm saying about his sexual proclivities, him being addicted to certain sexual sensations. Also, it points to him going after men in drag. I say men in drag because of the Pisces Neptune influence. That's the drag part. So you got to differentiate between certain, different types of sexual proclivities. The drag part is the Pisces. You can also look at it. I like Queen too, Adrian. You also got to look at it as that Pisces influence being the fluidity, also a masquerade. Dudes are masquerade. Yes, an illusion. Masquerade and illusion. So again, to reiterate, his sun is conjoined to Mars and both are square in Neptune. You can look at him trying to be secretive about what he's really into. Also, he has Sun in quincunx to Pluto. That's where the transgender part is coming in, especially because Pluto is in Libra. So that is him getting with a dude that is masquerading or that's calling themselves transgender and him basically being outed about it. He has, actually, I feel sorry for Young Buck, to tell you the truth. Oh, this is another clincher. He got Mercury at the 27th degree of Aquarius. That 27 is a sexual degree. It's opposing his Vesta. Vesta is an asteroid that could represent prostitutes. So that points to the prostitute calling him out, basically leaking his information to the media about, what he's really into. And she even said, why don't you just come out? It will be impressive or whatever like that. But so the reason why I'm really doing this video is because Young Buck has been adamant about being straight. He was like, I'm not gay. But I believe that he really believes he's not gay and that he just happens to like getting head by men. Also, he has Chiron. Remember I talked about that Chiron in Taurus. He got Chiron conjoined to the asteroid Arachne. Yes, Vesta can represent prostitutes. Chiron conjoined to Arachne. That's him getting caught up due to sensual appetites. Unconventional sensual appetites. Also, his Chiron is conjoined to Pallas. That's him yelling, I'm not gay. Being like that because Pallas is where you are like fighting for something, where you're a warrior. And that Taurus is about appearances. It's about, you try to appear to be normal. His Chiron is conjoined to Minkar. That can bring disgrace, ruin. Also where he is a victim of his unconscious. Now, about the Vesta, you may not get this information just on your regular astrology website. You got to really be, you got to go to several sources to find that. Now, I got this book called Asteroid Goddesses. And that's where they talk about the prostitution aspect with Vesta. But just read about the Vesta myth and you'll see what I'm talking about. Now, awkward, he could be just bi. But my thing is he's denying the fact that he even gets down like that, which is a problem. Because if you're going to keep on denying it, but you're going to keep on going back and doing the deed, you're going to keep on getting exposed because of what you got in your chart. So you might as well just come out and be like, you know what? But I know it's hard. It's not easy for men to admit what they're really into when they're portraying themselves to be straight, but then when they're really not. So that's why I kind of feel sorry for him, because he is kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place. And it's like, I don't even know if he really, because it's like if he comes out, because like I said, I really think that he doesn't think he's gay. He just happens to like to get head from men. Now, I don't even think he likes to, do the anal and all that stuff with men. I think he just likes to get head in the story. And I think he still likes women and all that. But yeah, I feel kind of bad for him because it must be hard for men like him in the public eye who are masquerading as totally straight, but like to get their dick wet by some man in drag. I mean, even though it's 2018, there's still a stigma against men that are into that type of thing. So you got to take that into account as well when thinking about Young Buck. But yeah, to me, he's one of them type of dudes that considers himself to be straight, even though he gets down with dudes. Now, also, Uranus is conjoined to the fixed star Ptolemy, and that can bring cruel, tumultuous women into his life. Now, Ptolemy is at the 29th degree of Scorpio. That can be trans women, especially when we're talking about Uranus being conjoined to this fixed star. So that's my take on Young Buck. I think I covered all the main aspects I wanted to get into. Yeah, let me know what y'all think, because there are plenty of men out there that will get with gay men, but still claim that they're straight. So yeah. So he was just in a relationship right before this came out. That's what I say, Gary. He either needs to stop doing it or come clean, because with his type of chart, if he goes to another transgender or man in drag, they'll probably out him too. Thank you, Adrian. Yeah, maybe he does need a beard, but again, somebody with his chart, he's running a big risk of being exposed. And also, I forgot to mention that Mars semi-square Chiron, because Chiron's in Taurus, that deals with that transgender female hitting up his pockets. Young Buck is a stylist? Did you say he's a stylist? So Terica said he can't do the gang culture. Don't get me started on gangs, because I feel like there's just a homosexual element in gangs, period. Like it's a, what do you call that? Maybe I shouldn't say homosexual element, but what am I getting at? There's like I can't think of the right word to say, but you feel me, Terica? There's like, I feel like gangs in and of themselves have a homosexual vibe to them. Not all gangs, I'm saying, and I'm not saying all, gang members are homosexual, but the fact that, Gary said a lot of gay dudes are in gangs, though. Yeah, spill the tea on that, because I be picking up some gay vibes from some of these gang bangers, for real. You too, Ezzy? Yeah. I'm because it's like, especially sometimes you gotta watch some dudes that try to come across as too hard. I was saying that a male stylist who is not trans also. Oh, so this was a straight up male that wasn't trans? Oh, wow. So again, even if that's true, I still say that Young Buck is the type of dude that really believes he's straight and that just likes to get. Now, was this stylist saying that he went all the way with Young Buck, or he just gave him head? Because I believe that that's all Young Buck wants from men is head. LL keeps his shit under the radar, though. Yeah, LL, another one of those. So yeah, it's a new day, y'all, because there's a lot of men, they don't see no problem with that as long as nobody finds out. So nowadays, you really got to do readings on these dudes. You got to pull their chart as soon as you meet them. If you don't know how to read their chart, you need to go to a professional astrologer, whether it's me or whether it's somebody else, to check out their chart to see what the real is. So he was interviewed by Star. Star is always exposing dudes. Always. I'm about to drive. I'm about to drive home before I close out. I do too. I do too, Gary. My gaydar is off the chain. You said, how are we going to ask them their birth info? I was going to be like, just come right out and ask them. But you got to wait a while. You can't be asking them that type of information from the gate unless they already know that that's what you do. You're into astrology. But if you're trying to keep it on the hush-hush, you're gonna have to use a little finesse to get that birth. Like, of course, the birth date is easy, but to get that birth time, you might have to use a little finesse. Surprised about Drake. Nancy said, do most black men have a high sex drive? I don't like to generalize like that, so I'm going to say it depends on the individual. But I will say this. I will say that it seems like a lot of black men, they do place a higher priority on sexual gratification. Like that like sometimes comes before everything, it seems like, but not with all black men, with some of them. Thank you, Miss Black Pocahontas. Yeah, so many baby mamas, so many. What about that one basketball player that got the 2 women pregnant at the same time? Y'all hear about him? What's his name? What's that dude's name that got 2 women pregnant at the same time? I was cracking up. I was like, that's what your ass getting. He's a Leo, born on the 10th. I remember that much. He's born on August 10th. And I was like, that's what you get. I was like, yeah, you a 10? Yeah. And they were Instagram hoes. He got 2 Instagram hoes pregnant at the same time. I'm like, really? But if we're talking about a Leo that's a 10, usually that's a hypersexual dude. And that's another, because it's 10, like I say, with 28 life path, the 10s can easily get caught up through their associations. Yes, he got 2 Instagram models, pregnant at the same time. Yes, he did. Oh my God, don't get me started on the Venus retrograde madness, because it's been messing with my life. No, not that bad, but on November 15th, basically, I'm putting on an encore performance. I'm putting on an encore performance for the shop. A redo, because I had some people, they wanted to take that workshop and they didn't have enough time to sign up. So if anybody is interested in finding out how the Cancer North Node is going to impact their life over the next 2 years. Oh, damn. This thing just fell. Over the next 2 years, let me know. And, well, you don't got to let me know. I'll just post a link when I get home in the comment section with the But yeah, my phone just fell off the clip. So, excuse me. Hold on. I got to fix it real quick. All right. So, when I did the workshop last, when was it? I forgot what date I did the workshop, but it turned out really good. I had a handful of participants, and it was nice that it was a little intimate setting, because that's very fitting for the Cancer North Node, family and all that stuff, closeness. So what we did was we had to jog our memories, and we took it back to 2000 and 2001, and we were trying to remember what was going on in our life back then. And I was remembering how my life was, and I was relating it to the Cancer North Node transits that were going down. And I was like, damn, that makes a lot of sense. So I had a lot of Cancer themes between 2000 and 2001 in terms of lessons that I had to learn. So if you take this workshop, definitely try to jog your memory. Somebody said I was 5 years old. Definitely jog your memory. And I'm showing my age, showing you, because how old was I in 2000? I was 25. 2000, 2001, I was 25, 26. So, yeah, you're going to have to jog your memory as to what was going down. Now, the same transits that were hitting up your chart back then, in terms of the Cancer North Node, they're going to return again. This is why this workshop is important. And it's really good if you're really interested to see how it's going to play out this time around. So those same Cancer North Node transits that were hitting up your chart back in 2000 and 2001 are going to be hitting up your chart in 2018, 2019, going into 2020 for example. So my transits, my Cancer North Node transits, they start 2019 and they go all the way through to May, I think. So everybody's going to get a personalized reading that signs up for this workshop. And it's really, and you're going to get a copy of the video, all that type of stuff. So I said, I'll leave the link in the comments section or the description section when I get back home. But yeah, so definitely consider taking this workshop. And then I'll be doing the free readings either tomorrow or the day after. So everybody that submitted a request for a free reading back in October, not October, this is October. See, I'm already thinking it's November. So those who submitted a request back in September, you have a chance to get a free reading for this month. So I'll be doing those in a day or so. And then also let me know in the comment section or in the chat any more like celebrity videos you want me to be doing for Scorpio season. So just think about the Scorpio celebrities, and they got to be somebody interesting. I don't want to do somebody boring. Like, who's a boring Scorpio? Know who I wouldn't mind doing? Mike Epps. Did I ever do a video of Mike Epps? I can't even remember. As a matter of fact, I can't even see the chat right now. But yeah. But anyway, I'm about to head home, so I'll be signing off soon. Oh, there y'all go. Somebody keeps saying, who is Young Buck? P. Diddy. P. Diddy and who? I'm terrible. I'm all trying to read the chat while I'm driving. My South Node in Aquarius too. Didn't know the degree though. Nelly. That's right. Nelly is a Scorpio, ain't he? I always forget he's a Scorpio. He strikes me as one of those tame Scorpios. But he did have that song. I ain't gonna lie. He had that song, that video. Y'all remember that video Nelly put out, Tip Drill? Do y'all remember the Tip Drill video? I ain't gonna say it must be your ass because it ain't your face. You need a tip drill. You need a tip drill. I said it must be your ass because it ain't your face. You need a tip drill. If y'all haven't seen Tip Drill, check it out. That is a raunchy ass video, but it's fun. It's fun. I like it. Because I could get a little raunchy ass. Sierra is a Scorpio. That's right. I could do her. Hold on. All right. So I'm about to go in. So I will be back probably tomorrow to do the free readings. It's been great. Let me know what you think in the comments section. And if you would like a reading, you could go to my website at rabina.com. Peace and many blessings.